Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges? Do you wonder how some people stay strong and calm in the face of adversity? Today, we're diving into a powerful philosophy that has guided the greatest minds through the toughest times. This philosophy is called Stoicism, and it has the power to change your life. Stoicism was born in ancient Greece and later flourished in Rome. It's a philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life, no matter what happens around us. The key idea is simple yet profound. While we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. This shift in focus, from external events to our internal reactions, can transform our lives. Imagine waking up every day feeling strong, no matter what challenges come your way. Stoicism gives us the tools to achieve this strength. It teaches us to embrace obstacles as opportunities, to live in harmony with nature, and to practice virtue in our daily lives. By adopting these principles, we can build resilience and find peace in any situation. One of the most influential Stoic philosophers was Zeno of Citium. Zeno taught that true happiness comes from living in agreement with nature and our own rational minds. This means understanding what we can control and accepting what we can't. It's about finding balance and inner peace, even when life gets tough. Another great Stoic, Seneca, wrote extensively about the importance of controlling our perceptions. He believed that our thoughts shape our reality. If we can learn to see challenges as opportunities for growth, we can turn any situation to our advantage. This mindset is incredibly empowering. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, emphasized the dichotomy of control. He taught that we should focus our energy on what we can control, our own actions and attitudes, rather than wasting it on things beyond our control. This simple principle can dramatically reduce stress and anxiety. Then there's Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who wrote his famous Meditations as a personal guide to self-improvement. Marcus believed in the power of virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By cultivating these virtues, we can live a fulfilling and meaningful life. But how do we apply these ancient teachings to our modern lives? Let's start with perception. How we see the world shapes our experiences. If we view challenges as threats, we'll feel stressed and overwhelmed. But if we see them as opportunities to grow, we'll feel empowered and resilient. To shift your perception, try this exercise. The next time you face a difficult situation, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can I grow stronger through this challenge? By reframing your thoughts, you can change your experience from negative to positive. Next, let's talk about control. Many of us spend a lot of time worrying about things we can't control, other people's actions, the past, the future. But Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. This shift in focus can bring a profound sense of peace and empowerment. To practice this, make a list of things that are troubling you. Then, divide them into two categories: things you can control and things you can't. For the things you can control, make a plan of action. For the things you can't, practice letting go. Trust that you can handle whatever comes your way. Living in accordance with nature is another key principle of Stoicism. This means understanding and accepting the natural order of the world. It's about finding harmony with the world around us and recognizing our place in it. When we align with nature, we find a deeper sense of peace and purpose. To live in harmony with nature, start by observing the world around you. Spend time in nature, appreciating its beauty and complexity. Reflect on your own life and how you fit into the larger picture. This perspective can help you feel more connected and grounded. Practicing virtue is central to Stoic philosophy. The four cardinal virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, are like a moral compass that guides our actions. By cultivating these virtues, we can live a life of integrity and meaning. Wisdom is about making sound decisions and understanding the deeper truths of life. To cultivate wisdom, seek knowledge and learn from your experiences. Reflect on your actions and their consequences. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Courage is about facing fears and taking action, even when it's difficult. To build courage, start by taking small risks and stepping out of your comfort zone. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Remember that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to move forward despite it. Justice is about treating others fairly and with respect. It's about doing what's right, even when it's hard. To practice justice, be honest and fair in your dealings with others. Stand up for what's right, and don't be afraid to speak out against injustice. Temperance is about self-control and balance. It's about finding the right amount of pleasure and pain, work and rest. To develop temperance, practice moderation in all things. Avoid excess and find balance in your daily life. Embracing adversity is a powerful Stoic principle. Instead of avoiding challenges, Stoics see them as opportunities for growth. This mindset can transform how we handle difficulties and setbacks. When faced with adversity, remind yourself that every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger. Look for the lessons in each experience. Ask yourself, how can this make me better? By seeing adversity as a teacher, you can turn obstacles into stepping stones. The art of detachment is another important Stoic practice. Detachment means letting go of our attachment to material possessions, outcomes, and even people. This doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we stop letting these things control our happiness. To practice detachment, start by identifying the things you are overly attached to. Then, work on loosening your grip. Remind yourself that true happiness comes from within, not from external things. Practice gratitude for what you have, but don't let it define you. Mindfulness and presence are also key aspects of Stoic philosophy. Being present means fully experiencing the moment without distraction or judgment. It's about living in the here and now. To cultivate mindfulness, practice being fully present in your daily activities. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Use techniques like deep breathing and meditation to center yourself. The more present you are, the more peaceful and focused you'll feel. Stoics understand the importance of managing emotions. Instead of letting emotions control us, we can learn to control our emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings, but rather understanding and guiding them. When you feel a strong emotion, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way, and how can I respond constructively? By gaining insight into your emotions, you can respond rather than react. Acceptance is a core Stoic principle. Accepting things as they are doesn't mean giving up. It means acknowledging reality and finding peace within it. This is closely related to the concept of amor fati, or loving one's fate. To practice acceptance, start by acknowledging things you can't change. Instead of resisting or wishing things were different, find peace in the present moment. Trust that everything happens for a reason and that you can handle whatever comes your way. Daily Stoic practices can help you integrate these principles into your life. Start your day with a Stoic meditation, reflecting on your goals and intentions. End your day with gratitude, reviewing what you learned and how you can improve. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection. Write about your experiences, thoughts, and feelings. Reflect on your actions and how they align with Stoic principles. Use your journal as a guide for personal growth. The Stoic sage is an ideal we can all strive for. A Stoic sage lives with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. They are resilient, calm, and in harmony with nature. While we may never become perfect sages, We can always work towards this ideal. Look to real-life role models and historical figures who embody Stoic principles. Learn from their experiences and apply their lessons to your own life. Remember that the journey towards becoming a Stoic sage is ongoing and ever-evolving. Community and relationships are important aspects of Stoicism. By applying Stoic principles to our interactions with others, we can build stronger, more meaningful connections. Practice empathy, compassion, and fairness in your relationships. Seek out like-minded individuals who share your values. Build a support network of people who inspire and challenge you. Together, you can grow and thrive. The legacy of Stoicism continues to influence modern thinkers and leaders. Its timeless wisdom offers practical guidance for living a good life. By studying Stoic teachings, we can find inspiration and strength. Reflect on the quotes and teachings of Stoic philosophers. Let their words guide you in your daily life. Use their wisdom to navigate challenges and find peace. Finally, remember that you have the power to become unbreakable. By embracing Stoic principles, you can build resilience and inner strength. You can face any challenge with courage and grace. So, take these lessons to heart. Start your Stoic journey today. Embrace challenges as opportunities. Focus on what you can control. Live in harmony with nature. Practice virtue. And remember, you have the power to become unbreakable. As we move forward in our exploration of Stoicism, let's delve deeper into one of its most powerful concepts, the power of perception. Perception is the lens through which we view the world, and it shapes our reality. Imagine if you could change that lens to see everything in a more positive, empowering light. This shift can transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Think about a time when you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. Maybe it was a difficult job, a relationship problem, or a personal setback. In those moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and defeated. But what if you could look at that same situation and see it as a chance to grow stronger, to learn, and to become better? This is the essence of controlling your perception. One of the greatest strengths of Stoicism is its emphasis on the power of our minds. Stoics believe that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we interpret and respond to those events. This idea is incredibly liberating. It means that no matter what life throws at you, you have the power to shape your experience. To start mastering your perception, try this simple exercise. The next time you encounter a problem, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply. Instead of reacting immediately, ask yourself a few key questions. What is this situation teaching me? How can I use this challenge to grow? What opportunities are hidden in this obstacle? By reframing your thoughts, you can begin to see the silver lining in even the darkest clouds. Consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. Despite enduring unimaginable horrors in concentration camps, Frankl found meaning and purpose in his suffering. He realized that even in the most extreme conditions, we have the freedom to choose our attitude. His powerful insights, documented in his book Man's Search for Meaning, align closely with Stoic philosophy. Frankl's story reminds us that our perception can turn even the most harrowing experiences into opportunities for growth and strength. Perception isn't just about seeing the positive side of things, it's also about understanding and accepting reality. Stoics teach us to see things as they are, without adding unnecessary judgment or emotion. This clear-eyed view helps us make better decisions and avoid needless suffering. For instance, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of fuming and stressing about the delay, you can accept the situation as it is and use the time to listen to an inspiring podcast or practice mindfulness. Let's talk about the role of emotions in shaping our perceptions. Emotions are natural and important, but they can also cloud our judgment and distort our view of reality. Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge our emotions without letting them control us. By developing emotional resilience, we can maintain a balanced perspective even in challenging times. One way to build emotional resilience is through mindfulness practices. Mindfulness helps us become aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. It allows us to observe our emotions with curiosity and detachment, rather than reacting impulsively. This practice can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and notice your thoughts and feelings. Over time, you'll find that you can handle stress and adversity with greater calm and clarity. Another powerful tool for managing perception is gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us appreciate the positives in our lives, no matter how small. Start a daily gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice can transform your outlook and make you more resilient in the face of challenges. Think about the story of Helen Keller, who, despite being deaf and blind, lived a life full of accomplishments and joy. Keller's perception of her circumstances was not one of limitation, but of opportunity. She saw her disabilities as a unique perspective from which she could contribute to the world. Her gratitude for the support she received and her determination to learn and grow turned her perceived limitations into a source of incredible strength. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of focusing on the present moment. Often, our perceptions are clouded by worries about the future or regrets about the past. By staying present, we can see things more clearly and make better decisions. Practice being fully engaged in whatever you're doing, whether it's a conversation with a friend, a task at work, or a walk in nature. This presence not only improves your perception, but also enhances your overall well-being. Another aspect of perception is how we view ourselves. Self-perception can significantly impact our confidence and actions. If we see ourselves as capable and resilient, we're more likely to take on challenges and persist through difficulties. Conversely, if we doubt our abilities, we might give up too easily. Build a positive self-perception by reminding yourself of your strengths and past achievements. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and use them as evidence of your capability. Consider the example of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Edison didn't view his failures as defeats. Instead, he saw each one as a step closer to success. His positive self-perception and relentless perseverance eventually led to one of the most significant inventions in history. Edison's story teaches us that how we perceive our efforts and setbacks can determine our success. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. The company you keep can influence your perceptions and attitudes. Seek out relationships that encourage growth and positivity. Avoid those that bring you down or foster negativity. Building a supportive community can help reinforce a positive and resilient mindset. Let's not forget the role of physical well-being in shaping our perception. Our minds and bodies are closely connected. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep can significantly improve our mood and outlook. When we take care of our bodies, we create a foundation for a clearer and more positive perception of life. Finally, remember that changing your perception is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort and practice. Be patient with yourself as you work on this transformation. Celebrate your progress and learn from any setbacks. The more you practice, the more natural it will become to see the world through a Stoic lens. By mastering your perception, you can turn challenges into opportunities, maintain emotional balance, and live a more fulfilling life. Stoicism offers powerful tools to help you achieve this transformation. Embrace these teachings, and you'll find that you are stronger and more resilient than you ever thought possible. As we continue our journey into Stoicism, we now turn to one of its most transformative principles, the dichotomy of control. This principle is simple yet profound, and it holds the key to unlocking inner peace and strength. By understanding and embracing what we can control, we can free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Let's dive in and explore how this powerful idea can change your life. Imagine you are facing a significant challenge, perhaps at work or in your personal life. You might feel overwhelmed by all the factors at play, the opinions of others, the potential outcomes, the many variables that seem beyond your control. It's easy to get lost in a sea of worry and fear. But what if you could clear away that noise and focus solely on what you can influence? This is the essence of the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control teaches us that there are two types of things in life, those we can control and those we cannot. This distinction is crucial because it helps us direct our energy and attention where it can be most effective. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control external events, other people's actions, or the past. However, we can control our own actions, thoughts, and responses. To apply this principle, start by identifying what is within your control. When you face a problem, take a moment to list the elements you can influence. For instance, if you're worried about an upcoming presentation, focus on preparing thoroughly, practicing your delivery, and staying calm. Let go of concerns about how others will react or the outcome, which are beyond your control. Consider the story of Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. Despite his harsh circumstances, Epictetus focused on his inner freedom. He couldn't control his external conditions, but he could control his attitude and actions. His teachings emphasize that true power lies within us, in how we choose to respond to life's challenges. To strengthen your practice of the dichotomy of control, try this exercise. Each morning, take a few minutes to reflect on your day ahead. Identify the tasks and situations you will encounter and separate them into what you can control and what you cannot. This simple habit can set a powerful tone for your day, helping you stay focused and resilient. Another aspect of this principle is accepting what we cannot control. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation or giving up. It means recognizing reality and choosing how to respond. When we accept the things we cannot change, we free ourselves from frustration and disappointment. This acceptance brings a sense of peace and clarity. Think about the natural world. We can't control the weather, the seasons, or the passage of time. Yet, we accept these realities and adapt to them. We can apply the same approach to life's challenges. Instead of resisting or fighting against things we can't change, we can adapt and find ways to thrive within those constraints. This mindset is beautifully illustrated in the story of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who wrote Meditations. Despite facing immense pressures and challenges, Marcus focused on what he could control, his own actions and thoughts. He accepted the difficulties of his role and found peace in doing his duty with integrity and wisdom. His example shows us that even in the most demanding situations, we can find strength through acceptance and control of our own responses. A powerful tool to reinforce this principle is the practice of negative visualization. This Stoic exercise involves imagining worst-case scenarios and mentally preparing for them. By doing this, we reduce the fear of the unknown and build resilience. It helps us accept that bad things can happen, but also that we have the strength to endure and overcome them. For example, if you're anxious about losing your job, take a moment to visualize it happening. Imagine how you would cope, what steps you would take, and how you would rebuild. This exercise doesn't make the event more likely to happen. Instead, it prepares you mentally and emotionally, reducing fear and increasing your confidence to handle whatever comes your way. The dichotomy of control also teaches us to focus on the present moment. Often, our worries stem from concerns about the future or regrets about the past. By staying present and concentrating on what we can do right now, we enhance our effectiveness and reduce stress. This presence allows us to fully engage with our tasks and relationships, leading to greater satisfaction and peace. To cultivate this present-focused mindset, practice mindfulness in your daily activities. When you're working on a task, give it your full attention. When you're with loved ones, be fully present. This focus not only improves your performance, but also enriches your experiences and relationships. Another important aspect of this principle is understanding that we can control our thoughts and attitudes. Our minds are incredibly powerful, and we have the ability to shape our perspectives. By choosing positive, constructive thoughts, we can influence our emotions and actions. This inner control is a cornerstone of Stoic strength. Consider the example of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison. Despite his harsh imprisonment, Mandela maintained control over his thoughts and attitudes. He chose to focus on forgiveness and reconciliation rather than bitterness and revenge. His mindset not only sustained him through his ordeal, but also inspired a nation and the world. Mandela's story exemplifies the profound impact of controlling our inner world, even when our outer circumstances are beyond our control. To harness the power of your thoughts, practice self-awareness and positive self-talk. Pay attention to your inner dialogue and challenge negative, unhelpful thoughts. Replace them with affirmations and constructive perspectives. Over time, this practice can transform your mindset and empower you to face challenges with greater resilience. The dichotomy of control also encourages us to set realistic and meaningful goals. When we focus on what we can control, we can set achievable objectives that align with our values and strengths. This focus helps us avoid the frustration of unrealistic expectations and instead fosters a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Start by setting small, manageable goals that are within your control. Break down larger objectives into actionable steps. Celebrate your progress along the way and use setbacks as learning opportunities. This approach not only boosts your confidence, but also reinforces your sense of control and agency. Finally, remember that embracing the dichotomy of control is a journey. It takes time and practice to shift our focus from external events to our internal responses. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every effort you make is a step towards greater strength and peace. By understanding and applying the dichotomy of control, you can transform your life. You can let go of unnecessary stress and focus your energy on what truly matters. You can find peace in acceptance and strength in your own actions. This principle, when practiced consistently, can help you become resilient, empowered, and unbreakable. As we continue our exploration of Stoicism, let's delve into another profound principle: living in accordance with nature. This concept might sound abstract at first, but it holds powerful insights for leading a balanced, harmonious, and fulfilling life. By understanding our place in the natural world and aligning our actions with it, we can find peace and purpose. Living in accordance with nature means recognizing that we are part of a larger whole. The Stoics believed that the universe operates according to a rational and orderly system, and that our well-being depends on living in harmony with this natural order. This involves understanding our own nature as human beings and the nature of the world around us. Think about the beauty and complexity of nature. Everything in the natural world has its place and purpose. The seasons change, rivers flow, and plants grow, all according to natural laws. When we align ourselves with these laws, we can find a sense of balance and serenity. Conversely, when we resist or ignore these natural principles, we often experience stress and discord. To start living in accordance with nature, begin by observing and appreciating the world around you. Spend time in nature, whether it's walking in a park, hiking in the mountains, or simply sitting by a river. Notice the rhythms and cycles of the natural world. This practice can help you feel more connected and grounded. Reflect on your own nature as well. What are your strengths and weaknesses? What brings you joy and fulfillment? Understanding yourself is key to aligning with your true nature. This self-awareness allows you to make choices that are in harmony with who you are, rather than trying to conform to external expectations or societal pressures. Consider the example of a tree. A tree doesn't strive to be anything other than what it is. It grows, blossoms, and bears fruit according to its nature. Similarly, we thrive when we live authentically, embracing our true selves and pursuing what genuinely matters to us. This authenticity is the foundation of a fulfilling life. Living in accordance with nature also involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. We are part of a larger community, and our actions impact others. By understanding this interconnectedness, we can make choices that contribute to the well-being of those around us and the world at large. One way to practice this principle is through acts of kindness and compassion. When we help others and contribute to our communities, we align with our social nature and create a positive impact. These actions not only benefit others, but also bring us a deep sense of satisfaction and purpose. Another aspect of living in accordance with nature is accepting the natural flow of life. Life is full of changes, and nothing stays the same forever. Seasons change, people grow, and circumstances evolve. By embracing this impermanence, we can find peace in the midst of change and uncertainty. Think about the flowing river. A river doesn't resist its course. It moves with the current, adapting to the landscape. Similarly, when we flow with life's changes rather than resisting them, we can navigate challenges with grace and resilience. This acceptance helps us remain flexible and open to new possibilities. This mindset is particularly powerful when facing loss or disappointment. Instead of clinging to what was or what could have been, we can accept what is and find ways to move forward. This doesn't mean we don't grieve or feel pain. It means we allow ourselves to experience these emotions without letting them define us or dictate our actions. Living in accordance with nature also involves simplicity. Nature thrives on simplicity and balance. By simplifying our lives, we can reduce stress and focus on what truly matters. This might involve decluttering our physical spaces, reducing our commitments, or letting go of unnecessary distractions. Consider the lifestyle of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. Despite his wealth and status, Seneca advocated for simplicity and frugality. He believed that true wealth comes from contentment and inner peace, not from external possessions. His teachings remind us that by focusing on what we need rather than what we want, we can find greater fulfillment and clarity. Another powerful practice is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. This practice helps us connect with the present moment and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. By cultivating mindfulness, we can live more intentionally and harmoniously. To practice mindfulness, start by setting aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your breath. Notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment. As you go about your day, try to bring this same awareness to your activities. Whether you're eating, working, or spending time with loved ones, be fully present and engaged. Living in accordance with nature also means taking care of our physical health. Our bodies are part of the natural world, and when we treat them with respect, we align with nature's principles. This involves eating nourishing foods, staying active, getting enough sleep, and listening to our body's needs. Physical health is closely linked to mental and emotional well-being. When we take care of our bodies, we create a foundation for overall health and vitality. This holistic approach helps us live more fully and vibrantly. Think about the example of an athlete who trains and cares for their body with discipline and dedication. This commitment to physical well-being not only enhances their performance, but also contributes to their overall sense of balance and fulfillment. By adopting similar practices, we can enhance our own well-being and align more closely with our natural state. Living in accordance with nature also involves gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us appreciate the abundance and beauty in our lives, fostering a sense of contentment and joy. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple habit can transform your outlook and help you connect with the present moment. Reflect on the story of Helen Keller, who, despite being deaf and blind, found immense joy and purpose in her life. Keller's gratitude for the support she received and her determination to learn and grow turned her perceived limitations into a source of incredible strength. Her story teaches us that by focusing on the positives and embracing our circumstances, we can find profound fulfillment. Finally, living in accordance with nature means embracing our mortality. Life is finite, and recognizing this can help us live more fully and intentionally. Instead of fearing death, we can use it as a reminder to cherish each moment and make the most of our time. The Stoics often meditated on their mortality to keep life's impermanence in perspective. This practice, known as memento mori, helps us prioritize what truly matters and live with greater purpose. By acknowledging our mortality, we can let go of trivial concerns and focus on what brings us joy and fulfillment. As we embrace the principle of living in accordance with nature, we find a path to greater harmony, balance, and peace. We recognize our place in the natural world, align our actions with our true selves, and contribute positively to our communities. This alignment brings us closer to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived. As we continue our journey through Stoicism, let's explore the core of Stoic practice, the cultivation of virtue. Virtue is about living a life of moral excellence and integrity. It's about striving to be the best version of ourselves and making choices that align with our highest values. By practicing virtue, we can build a life filled with purpose, strength, and fulfillment. Stoicism identifies 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues serve as a moral compass, guiding our actions and decisions. Let's dive into each one and discover how we can integrate them into our daily lives. Wisdom is the first and most important virtue. It involves understanding what is truly valuable and making sound judgments. Wisdom helps us navigate life's complexities with clarity and insight. To cultivate wisdom, we need to seek knowledge and learn from our experiences. This means being open to new ideas, reflecting on our actions, and seeking guidance from those who inspire us. Imagine a ship navigating through a storm. Wisdom is the captain who knows how to steer the ship safely to shore. Without wisdom, we might be tossed around by the waves of life, unsure of where to go. But with wisdom, we can make thoughtful decisions that lead us to calm waters. To practice wisdom, start by dedicating time each day to learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, or engage in conversations that expand your understanding. reflect on your experiences, and consider what they have taught you. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you to grow. By continuously seeking knowledge, you build a strong foundation of wisdom. Courage is the second virtue and involves facing our fears and taking action despite them. Courage isn't about the absence of fear, but about the strength to move forward anyway. This virtue empowers us to confront challenges, stand up for our beliefs, and take risks. Consider the story of Rosa Parks, who courageously refused to give up her seat on a bus, sparking the civil rights movement. Parks' courage wasn't about being fearless. It was about standing up for justice despite the risks. Her bravery inspired others and led to significant social change. To cultivate courage, start by identifying areas in your life where fear holds you back. Take small steps to face these fears. It could be speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or standing up for what you believe in. Each act of courage builds your strength and confidence. Justice, the third virtue, is about treating others fairly and with respect. It involves acting with integrity and ensuring that our actions contribute to the greater good. Justice is about more than just following laws. It's about doing what is right, even when it's difficult. Think about a time when you stood up for someone or helped someone in need. Those actions are examples of justice in practice. By treating others with fairness and respect, we create a more compassionate and equitable world. To practice justice, start by being mindful of how your actions impact others. Strive to be honest and fair in your dealings. Stand up against injustice when you see it, whether in your community, workplace, or personal life. By living with integrity, you contribute to a better world. Temperance, the fourth virtue, is about self-control and moderation. It involves balancing our desires and actions to live a harmonious life. Temperance helps us avoid excess and find the right balance in all areas of life. Imagine a scale that is perfectly balanced. Temperance is about maintaining that balance, whether it's in our work, relationships, or personal habits. By practicing temperance, we avoid the extremes that can lead to stress and dissatisfaction. To cultivate temperance, start by identifying areas where you tend to go to extremes. It could be overworking, overeating, or overspending. Set limits and create healthy habits that promote balance. Practice mindfulness to stay aware of your actions and their impact on your well-being. By finding balance, you create a more fulfilling and sustainable life. These four virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, are the pillars of a virtuous life. By striving to embody these virtues, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of moral excellence. This alignment not only enhances our own lives, but also positively impacts those around us. Consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, who is often seen as a model of Stoic virtue. Despite his immense power and responsibility, Marcus lived a life of humility, integrity, and dedication to the common good. His writings in Meditations reveal a man deeply committed to the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Marcus's example shows us that no matter our circumstances, we can strive to live virtuously. One way to integrate these virtues into your life is through daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review your actions. Ask yourself, did I act with wisdom today? Did I show courage? Was I just in my dealings with others? Did I practice temperance? This reflection helps you stay mindful of your virtues and identify areas for growth. Another powerful practice is to set intentions for each day. In the morning, think about how you can embody the virtues in your actions. For example, you might set an intention to listen with wisdom in your meetings, to show courage by speaking up, to act with justice by helping a colleague, or to practice temperance by taking breaks and managing your time well. By setting these intentions, you align your actions with your highest values. Surrounding yourself with role models and mentors who embody these virtues can also inspire and guide you. Seek out individuals who live with integrity and learn from their example. Engage in conversations that challenge and uplift you. By surrounding yourself with virtuous influences, you strengthen your commitment to living a virtuous life. Remember, the journey of cultivating virtue is ongoing. It's not about achieving perfection, but about striving to be the best version of yourself each day. Be patient with yourself and recognize that growth takes time. Celebrate your progress and learn from your setbacks. Each step you take towards virtue brings you closer to a life of fulfillment and strength. Living a life of virtue is not only about personal growth, but also about contributing to the greater good. By embodying wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, you create a ripple effect that positively impacts your community and the world. Your actions can inspire others to strive for virtue and create a more compassionate and just society. As we continue to explore Stoicism, remember that the cultivation of virtue is at the heart of this philosophy. By striving to live virtuously, you build a foundation for a life of purpose, strength, and fulfillment. The principles we've discussed are not just abstract ideas, they are practical guides for daily living. Embrace them, practice them, and watch as your life transforms in powerful and positive ways. As we journey further into Stoicism, we now explore the powerful principle of embracing adversity. Life is full of challenges, and how we face them defines our strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches us to view adversity not as something to be feared or avoided, but as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Think about a time when you faced a significant challenge. Perhaps it was a personal loss, a career setback, or a difficult relationship. In those moments, it's natural to feel overwhelmed and discouraged. But what if you could shift your perspective and see these challenges as opportunities to become stronger and wiser? This is the essence of embracing adversity. The Stoics believed that every obstacle presents a chance to practice virtue. Adversity allows us to exercise our wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. When we face difficulties head-on, we build the muscles of resilience and inner strength. Instead of being defeated by challenges, we become more capable and resilient. One of the most powerful examples of embracing adversity comes from the life of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. Frankl endured unimaginable suffering in concentration camps, yet he found meaning and purpose in his suffering. He realized that even in the most extreme conditions, we have the freedom to choose our attitude. His story is a testament to the incredible strength of the human spirit and the power of embracing adversity. To start embracing adversity, begin by changing your mindset. When you encounter a challenge, remind yourself that this is an opportunity to grow. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this make me stronger?" This shift in perspective can transform how you experience difficulties. Another powerful tool for embracing adversity is to practice gratitude. Gratitude helps us focus on the positives in our lives, even in the midst of challenges. It reminds us of our strengths, resources, and support systems. Start a daily gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice can boost your resilience and help you see challenges in a new light. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Edison didn't view his failures as defeats. Instead, he saw each one as a step closer to success. His persistence and positive attitude turned adversity into a path to innovation. Edison's story reminds us that setbacks are not the end, but a crucial part of the journey to success. Another way to embrace adversity is to develop a support network. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. Share your challenges with trusted friends or mentors who can offer perspective and support. Building a strong community can provide the emotional strength you need to face difficulties. Practicing mindfulness can also help you navigate adversity. Mindfulness involves being present and aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It allows you to observe your reactions to challenges and choose how to respond. By staying present, you can avoid being overwhelmed by negative emotions and focus on constructive actions. Imagine a mountain climber facing a steep ascent. The climb is difficult, and there are moments of doubt and exhaustion. But by focusing on each step and staying present, the climber can continue moving forward. Similarly, mindfulness helps us tackle challenges one step at a time, maintaining focus and composure. Physical health plays a crucial role in building resilience. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep can significantly improve your ability to cope with stress. When your body is strong and healthy, your mind is better equipped to handle challenges. Make self-care a priority, especially during tough times. Consider the story of Helen Keller, who, despite being deaf and blind, achieved remarkable accomplishments. Keller's resilience and determination turned her perceived limitations into strengths. She embraced her challenges and used them as a platform to inspire others. Her story teaches us that our response to adversity can define our potential. To build resilience, practice setting realistic and meaningful goals. Break down larger challenges into smaller, manageable tasks. Celebrate your progress along the way, and use setbacks as learning opportunities. This approach helps you maintain momentum and stay focused on your long-term objectives. Another powerful practice is to reflect on past challenges and how you overcame them. Recognize the strengths and skills you developed through those experiences. This reflection can boost your confidence and remind you that you have the resilience to face future difficulties. Your past successes are evidence of your capability and strength. Stoicism also teaches us to detach from outcomes and focus on the process. Instead of worrying about the results, concentrate on doing your best in each moment. This detachment reduces stress and allows you to remain flexible and adaptable. By focusing on the present, you can navigate challenges with greater ease and effectiveness. Consider the mindset of athletes who train rigorously for competitions. They understand that they can't control the outcome, but they can control their preparation and effort. This focus on the process helps them stay motivated and resilient regardless of the results. By adopting a similar mindset, you can face challenges with confidence and determination. Embracing adversity also means accepting that setbacks are a natural part of life. Everyone faces difficulties, and no one is immune to challenges. By normalizing setbacks, you can reduce the stigma and self-blame associated with them. Instead of seeing failures as reflections of your worth, view them as opportunities for growth and learning. Imagine a gardener tending to a garden. Sometimes plants don't grow as expected, or pests damage the crops. The gardener doesn't give up. Instead, they learn from these setbacks and adjust their approach. Similarly, by viewing challenges as part of the natural ebb and flow of life, you can cultivate a resilient mindset. Finally, remember that embracing adversity is a journey. It's not about never feeling pain or frustration, but about developing the strength to move forward despite them. Be patient with yourself and recognize that building resilience takes time and practice. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger and more resilient. By embracing adversity, you can transform your life. You can turn challenges into opportunities for growth, build resilience, and find strength in the face of difficulties. The principles we've explored today offer practical tools to help you navigate adversity with grace and determination. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the incredible strength within you. As we continue our exploration of Stoicism, we now delve into a practice that is both powerful and liberating: the art of detachment. Detachment is about letting go of our attachments to material possessions, outcomes, and even certain relationships. It's about finding freedom and peace within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. Think about the times when you felt stressed or anxious. Often, these feelings arise from our attachment to things we can't control, whether it's the desire for a particular outcome, the fear of losing something we value, or the need for approval from others. Detachment helps us break free from these sources of stress and find inner peace. Detachment is not about becoming indifferent or unfeeling. It's about developing a healthy sense of independence and resilience. It means caring deeply without becoming overly attached. By practicing detachment, we can experience life more fully and find greater joy and contentment. Consider the story of Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was born a slave and later gained his freedom. Epictetus taught that our true freedom lies in our ability to control our responses to external events. He believed that by focusing on what we can control, our own thoughts and actions, we can achieve a state of inner tranquility. Epictetus's teachings remind us that true freedom comes from within. To start practicing detachment, begin by identifying the things you're overly attached to. These might be material possessions, specific outcomes, or even the opinions of others. Ask yourself why these things are so important to you. Often, our attachments are rooted in fear or a desire for validation. By understanding the root of our attachments, we can begin to let go. One powerful exercise is to imagine losing the things you're attached to. Visualize how you would cope and what steps you would take to move forward. This practice, known as negative visualization, helps us prepare mentally and emotionally for potential losses. It reduces our fear and makes us more resilient. By confronting our fears, we can diminish their power over us. Think about the story of Helen Keller, who overcame incredible obstacles to achieve great things. Despite her disabilities, Keller did not let her attachment to what she could not have define her life. Instead, she focused on what she could achieve and made significant contributions to society. Her story teaches us that we can find fulfillment and purpose even in the face of loss and limitation. Detachment also involves letting go of the need for approval from others. Many of us seek validation from those around us, and this can lead to stress and disappointment. By learning to value our own judgment and self-worth, we can free ourselves from the constant need for external approval. Consider the example of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who wrote Meditations. Despite his high status, Marcus Aurelius focused on living according to his principles rather than seeking approval from others. His writings reveal a man dedicated to self-improvement and inner peace. By following his example, we can learn to trust ourselves and find contentment within. Another aspect of detachment is simplifying our lives. The Stoics believed in living simply and focusing on what truly matters. By reducing our material possessions and minimizing distractions, we can create more space for meaningful activities and relationships. This simplicity brings clarity and peace. To simplify your life, start by decluttering your physical space. Let go of items that no longer serve you and keep only what you truly need and value. This practice not only clears your environment, but also helps you let go of emotional attachments. It creates a sense of freedom and lightness. Practicing mindfulness is another powerful tool for detachment. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment and observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice helps us detach from negative emotions and stay centered. By cultivating mindfulness, we can respond to life's challenges with greater calm and clarity. Imagine a calm lake on a still day. When a stone is thrown into the lake, ripples form but eventually subside, and the lake returns to its peaceful state. Mindfulness helps us become like that lake, able to experience emotions and events without being overwhelmed by them. It allows us to return to a state of inner calm and balance. Detachment also means letting go of the past and the future. Often, we get caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. By focusing on the present moment, we can free ourselves from these burdens and experience life more fully. This presence brings peace and contentment. Consider the mindset of athletes who focus on the present moment during their performance. They let go of past mistakes and future outcomes, concentrating solely on the task at hand. This focus enhances their performance and reduces anxiety. By adopting a similar approach, we can navigate our daily lives with greater ease and effectiveness. Building a practice of gratitude can also support detachment. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us appreciate the positives in our lives and fosters a sense of contentment. By cultivating gratitude, we can reduce our attachments and find greater peace. Start a daily gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice can transform your outlook and help you see the abundance in your life. It reminds you that true happiness comes from within, not from external possessions or outcomes. Finally, remember that detachment is a journey. It takes time and practice to let go of attachments and find inner peace. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every step you take is a step towards greater freedom and resilience. By practicing detachment, you can free yourself from unnecessary stress and find greater peace and fulfillment. The principles we've explored today offer practical tools to help you cultivate a sense of independence and inner strength. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the incredible power of letting go. As we continue our exploration of Stoicism, let's delve into the importance of mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can navigate life with greater clarity, calm, and resilience. This chapter will guide you on how to integrate mindfulness into your daily life and harness its transformative power. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of calm and clarity, fully engaged in whatever you do. Mindfulness allows us to experience life more deeply and authentically. It helps us break free from the distractions and worries that often cloud our minds, enabling us to focus on the here and now. One of the key aspects of mindfulness is paying attention to our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. Our minds are often filled with a constant stream of thoughts, many of which are focused on the past or future. These thoughts can create stress and anxiety, pulling us away from the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe these thoughts without judgment, allowing them to come and go like clouds passing through the sky. To begin practicing mindfulness, start with a simple breathing exercise. Find a quiet place to sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Focus on the sensation of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Notice how your chest rises and falls and how the air feels as it passes through your nostrils. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This exercise helps anchor you in the present moment and cultivates a sense of calm. Consider the story of Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen master who has dedicated his life to teaching mindfulness and peace. Despite experiencing the horrors of war, Thich Nhat Hanh found peace through mindfulness and meditation. His teachings emphasize the power of being present and fully engaged in each moment. By following his example, we can learn to cultivate peace and resilience, even in challenging circumstances. Another powerful mindfulness practice is mindful walking. This involves walking slowly and deliberately, paying close attention to the sensations in your body as you move. Notice how your feet feel as they make contact with the ground, the movement of your legs, and the rhythm of your breath. By focusing on these sensations, you bring your attention to the present moment and create a sense of connection with your body and the world around you. Mindfulness can also be integrated into daily activities such as eating, working, and interacting with others. When you eat, take the time to savor each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and aromas of your food. When working, focus on one task at a time, giving it your full attention. When interacting with others, listen deeply and be fully present in the conversation. These practices help you stay grounded and engaged, enhancing your overall well-being. Think about the story of Mahatma Gandhi, who practiced mindfulness in his daily life. Despite the immense pressures and responsibilities he faced, Gandhi remained present and focused. He found peace and strength through simple, mindful practices such as spinning his own yarn and walking barefoot. Gandhi's example teaches us that mindfulness can be a powerful tool for finding balance and resilience in our own lives. Mindfulness also involves cultivating a non-judgmental attitude towards our thoughts and emotions. Often, we judge ourselves harshly for having certain thoughts or feelings, which can create additional stress and anxiety. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our inner experiences without judgment, allowing us to respond to them with greater compassion and understanding. To develop this non-judgmental attitude, practice self-compassion. When you notice a negative thought or emotion, acknowledge it without judgment. Remind yourself that it's okay to have these experiences and that they do not define you. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a close friend. This practice can help you build a healthier relationship with yourself and reduce unnecessary stress. Consider the example of Jon Kabat-Zinn, the founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR. Kabat-Zinn has helped millions of people around the world reduce stress and improve their well-being through mindfulness. His teachings emphasize the importance of self-compassion and non-judgmental awareness. By following his guidance, we can learn to embrace our inner experiences with greater acceptance and kindness. Another key aspect of mindfulness is letting go of the need to control everything. Many of us spend a lot of time and energy trying to control our environment and the people around us. This can create tension and frustration. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to let go of this need for control and accept things as they are. This acceptance brings a sense of peace and freedom. To practice letting go, start by identifying areas in your life where you feel a strong need to control. Ask yourself why these areas are so important to you and whether you can release some of that need for control. Practice accepting things as they are, without trying to change them. This doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing what you can and cannot influence and focusing your energy on what truly matters. Mindfulness also helps us develop a greater sense of gratitude. When we are fully present, we become more aware of the beauty and abundance in our lives. We notice the small joys and blessings that we often take for granted. By cultivating gratitude, we can enhance our overall well-being and create a more positive outlook on life. Start a daily gratitude practice by taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This simple practice can shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a sense of contentment and joy. Consider the story of Oprah Winfrey, who attributes much of her success and happiness to her daily gratitude practice. Despite facing numerous challenges in her life, Oprah has maintained a positive and resilient mindset through mindfulness and gratitude. Her story reminds us that cultivating gratitude can help us navigate life's ups and downs with grace and strength. Finally, remember that mindfulness is a journey. It takes time and practice to develop this skill. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every moment of mindfulness is a step towards greater clarity and peace. Celebrate your progress and learn from your experiences. By integrating mindfulness into your daily life, you can enhance your well-being and build resilience. The principles we've explored today offer practical tools to help you stay present and engaged. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the transformative power of mindfulness. As we continue our exploration of Stoicism, let's delve into the critical role of emotions and how to manage them effectively. Emotions are a natural and essential part of our human experience. They color our lives and give depth to our experiences. However, if left unchecked, emotions can also lead to impulsive actions and unnecessary suffering. Stoicism teaches us to understand and manage our emotions, allowing us to navigate life with greater clarity and composure. Consider a time when you were overwhelmed by a strong emotion, perhaps anger, fear, or sadness. In those moments, it's easy to feel out of control and make decisions we later regret. Stoicism offers a different approach. Instead of letting emotions dictate our actions, we can learn to observe and understand them, gaining the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. The first step in managing emotions is to recognize and acknowledge them. Often, we either suppress our emotions or become completely consumed by them. Neither approach is healthy. By acknowledging our feelings, we validate our human experience and create a space for understanding and growth. When you feel a strong emotion, take a moment to name it. Simply saying, "I am feeling angry," or "I am feeling scared," can help you gain a bit of distance from the emotion and reduce its intensity. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison under harsh conditions. Despite the anger and frustration he must have felt, Mandela chose to manage his emotions constructively. He used his time in prison to reflect, learn, and cultivate a mindset of forgiveness and reconciliation. Mandela's ability to manage his emotions not only helped him survive his imprisonment, but also laid the foundation for his leadership and the peaceful transition of power in South Africa. One powerful tool for managing emotions is deep breathing. When we experience strong emotions, our bodies often react with physical symptoms like a racing heart or shallow breathing. By practicing deep, slow breaths, we can calm our nervous system and create a sense of inner peace. Try this simple exercise. When you feel overwhelmed by an emotion, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. This practice can help you regain control and respond more calmly. Mindfulness is another effective practice for managing emotions. By being present and observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can gain insight into the underlying causes of our emotions. This awareness allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Practice mindfulness by setting aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts and feelings. Notice how your emotions change and flow, and remember that they are temporary and do not define you. Consider the teachings of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who emphasized that our emotions are not caused by external events, but by our interpretations of those events. By changing our perceptions, we can change our emotional responses. For example, if someone criticizes you, instead of feeling hurt or angry, you can choose to see the criticism as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. This shift in perspective can transform your emotional experience and empower you to respond constructively. Another important aspect of managing emotions is cultivating emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and maintain a positive outlook despite challenges. One way to build resilience is by developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset involves seeing challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as failures. By embracing this mindset, you can turn difficult experiences into valuable lessons and build greater emotional strength. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before achieving success, Rowling faced numerous rejections and personal hardships. Instead of giving up, she used these challenges as motivation to improve her writing and persevere. Her resilience and determination eventually led to one of the most successful literary careers in history. Rowling's story reminds us that by cultivating a growth mindset and emotional resilience, we can overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. Gratitude is another powerful practice for managing emotions. By focusing on the positives in our lives, we can shift our emotional state and create a sense of contentment and joy. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you are thankful for each day. This simple habit can help you maintain a positive outlook and reduce the impact of negative emotions. Consider the example of Maya Angelou, who faced numerous challenges throughout her life, including trauma and discrimination. Despite these difficulties, Angelou maintained a positive outlook and found strength through gratitude and self-reflection. Her resilience and wisdom continue to inspire millions. By practicing gratitude, we can cultivate a similar sense of strength and positivity in our own lives. Another key aspect of managing emotions is setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries help protect our emotional well-being and ensure that we do not take on more than we can handle. Learn to say no when necessary and prioritize self-care. By setting boundaries, you create a safe space for yourself to process and manage your emotions. Consider the story of Rosa Parks, who set a powerful boundary by refusing to give up her seat on a bus, sparking the civil rights movement. Parks' decision was not only an act of courage, but also a way of protecting her dignity and self-respect. Her example teaches us that setting boundaries is essential for maintaining our emotional well-being and standing up for what is right. Another effective technique for managing emotions is journaling. Writing about your thoughts and feelings can help you gain clarity and perspective. It allows you to process your emotions in a healthy way and identify patterns or triggers. Set aside time each day to write in a journal, reflecting on your experiences and emotions. This practice can help you understand and manage your emotions more effectively. Consider the example of Anne Frank, who used journaling as a way to cope with the fear and uncertainty of hiding during World War II. Her diary not only helped her process her emotions, but also provided a powerful testament to the human spirit. By journaling, we can find a similar sense of clarity and resilience in our own lives. Finally, remember that managing emotions is an ongoing practice. It takes time and effort to develop emotional awareness and resilience. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every step you take is a step towards greater emotional strength and well-being. By understanding and managing your emotions, you can navigate life with greater clarity and composure. The principles we've explored today offer practical tools to help you cultivate emotional resilience and respond thoughtfully to challenges. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the incredible power of managing your emotions. As we move forward in our exploration of Stoicism, let's delve into the powerful practice of acceptance and the concept of amor fati, which means loving one's fate. Acceptance is about acknowledging reality as it is, without resistance or denial. Amor fati takes this a step further, encouraging us to embrace and even love everything that happens to us, seeing each event as essential to our growth and journey. Consider a time when you faced an unexpected change or setback. Perhaps it was a job loss, a health issue, or a relationship ending. These moments can be incredibly challenging, and it's natural to feel resistance and frustration. However, Stoicism teaches us that by accepting and embracing these events, we can find peace and even gratitude in the midst of adversity. The first step in practicing acceptance is to acknowledge your reality without trying to change it immediately. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means recognizing the facts of your situation. When you face a difficult circumstance, take a moment to breathe deeply and observe what is happening. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment and remind yourself that it's okay to feel the way you do. Consider the story of Helen Keller, who, despite being deaf and blind, embraced her fate and found immense joy and purpose in her life. Keller's acceptance of her circumstances allowed her to transcend her limitations and make significant contributions to society. Her story teaches us that by embracing our fate, we can find strength and purpose even in the most challenging situations. Another aspect of acceptance is letting go of the need to control everything. Many of us spend a lot of time and energy trying to control our environment and the people around us. This can create tension and frustration. By practicing acceptance, we learn to let go of this need for control and trust the natural flow of life. This trust brings a sense of peace and freedom. To practice letting go, start by identifying areas in your life where you feel a strong need for control. Ask yourself why these areas are so important to you and whether you can release some of that need for control. Practice accepting things as they are without trying to change them. This doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing what you can and cannot influence and focusing your energy on what truly matters. Consider the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who wrote extensively about the importance of accepting one's fate. Despite being a powerful Roman emperor, Marcus understood that many aspects of life were beyond his control. He chose to focus on his own actions and attitudes, finding peace in accepting what he could not change. His writings in Meditations remind us that acceptance is a powerful tool for finding inner tranquility. Amor fati, or loving one's fate, takes acceptance to a deeper level. It involves embracing everything that happens to us, both good and bad, as necessary parts of our journey. This mindset helps us see challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. By loving our fate, we can find meaning and purpose in every experience. To practice amor fati, start by reflecting on past challenges and how they have shaped you. Consider how difficult experiences have contributed to your growth and resilience. By recognizing the value in these experiences, you can begin to appreciate and even love your fate. Consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who found meaning in his suffering. Despite enduring unimaginable horrors, Frankl chose to embrace his fate and use his experiences to help others. His book, Man's Search for Meaning, teaches us that by finding meaning in our suffering, we can transform even the most painful experiences into opportunities for growth. Another way to practice amor fati is through gratitude. By focusing on what we are grateful for, we can shift our perspective and find joy in the present moment. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you are thankful for each day. This simple habit can help you cultivate a positive outlook and embrace your fate with love and acceptance. Consider the example of Oprah Winfrey, who overcame numerous challenges in her life through the practice of gratitude and acceptance. Despite facing poverty and abuse in her early years, Oprah embraced her fate and found strength in her experiences. Her resilience and positive outlook have inspired millions. By practicing gratitude and acceptance, we can cultivate a similar sense of strength and purpose in our own lives. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for practicing acceptance and amor fati. By being fully present and aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can observe our reactions to life's events without judgment. This practice helps us accept reality as it is and respond with greater calm and clarity. To practice mindfulness, set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts and feelings. Notice how your emotions change and flow, and remember that they are temporary and do not define you. This awareness allows you to accept your experiences without being overwhelmed by them. Consider the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen master who has dedicated his life to teaching mindfulness and peace. Despite experiencing the horrors of war, Thich Nhat Hanh found peace through mindfulness and meditation. His teachings emphasize the importance of being present and fully engaged in each moment. By following his example, we can learn to cultivate peace and resilience, even in challenging circumstances. Another key aspect of acceptance and amor fati is self-compassion. Often, we judge ourselves harshly for our perceived failures or shortcomings. By practicing self-compassion, we can accept ourselves as we are and find peace within. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a close friend. This practice can help you build a healthier relationship with yourself and reduce unnecessary stress. Consider the example of Maya Angelou, who faced numerous challenges throughout her life, including trauma and discrimination. Despite these difficulties, Angelou maintained a positive outlook and found strength through self-compassion and self-reflection. Her resilience and wisdom continue to inspire millions. By practicing self-compassion, we can cultivate a similar sense of strength and acceptance in our own lives. Acceptance and amor fati also involve embracing change and impermanence. Life is full of changes, and nothing stays the same forever. By accepting the natural flow of life, we can navigate challenges with grace and resilience. This acceptance helps us remain flexible and open to new possibilities. To embrace change, practice being present and observing the natural rhythms of life. Spend time in nature, noticing the cycles of growth and decay. Reflect on your own life and how you have changed and grown over time. By recognizing the impermanence of life, you can find peace in the midst of change and uncertainty. Consider the story of Mahatma Gandhi, who embraced change and impermanence in his quest for peace and justice. Despite facing immense pressures and challenges, Gandhi remained present and focused. He found peace and strength through simple, mindful practices such as spinning his own yarn and walking barefoot. Gandhi's example teaches us that by embracing change and impermanence, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Finally, remember that acceptance and amor fati are ongoing practices. It takes time and effort to develop these skills. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every step you take is a step towards greater peace and resilience. By practicing acceptance and amor fati, you can transform your life. You can find peace in the midst of challenges, embrace your fate with love, and discover the incredible strength within you. The principles we've explored today offer practical tools to help you cultivate a sense of acceptance and purpose. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the transformative power of loving your fate. As we continue our journey through Stoicism, we now turn to practical ways to incorporate Stoic principles into your daily life. Stoic practices can help you build resilience, find peace, and live a life of purpose. This chapter will guide you through some powerful daily routines and habits inspired by Stoic philosophy. Imagine starting each day with a clear mind and a sense of purpose. A morning routine inspired by Stoicism can set a positive tone for your day. One simple yet powerful practice is the morning reflection. As soon as you wake up, take a few minutes to sit quietly and reflect on the day ahead. Think about the challenges you might face and how you can apply Stoic principles to navigate them. Set intentions for how you want to act and what kind of person you want to be. Consider the example of Marcus Aurelius, who practiced morning reflections regularly. In his writings, Marcus often reminded himself of the Stoic virtues and prepared his mind for the day ahead. This practice helped him maintain focus and resilience, even in the face of immense responsibilities and challenges. Another effective practice is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and reflections can help you gain clarity and perspective. Each morning, take a few minutes to write about your goals for the day and how you plan to achieve them. Reflect on your values and how you can live in alignment with them. In the evening, review your day and consider what went well and what you can improve. This habit of self-reflection can enhance your self-awareness and personal growth. Mindfulness is another key practice for incorporating Stoic principles into your daily life. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. By practicing mindfulness, you can stay grounded and focused, even in stressful situations. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your breath. Notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and gently bring your focus back to your breath whenever your mind wanders. Consider the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen master who has dedicated his life to teaching mindfulness and peace. His teachings emphasize the power of being present and fully engaged in each moment. By following his example, you can cultivate mindfulness and find greater peace and resilience in your daily life. Gratitude is another powerful practice that can transform your daily life. By focusing on what you are grateful for, you can shift your perspective and create a sense of contentment and joy. Start a daily gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you are thankful for each day. This simple habit can help you maintain a positive outlook and reduce the impact of negative emotions. Consider the example of Oprah Winfrey, who attributes much of her success and happiness to her daily gratitude practice. Despite facing numerous challenges in her life, Oprah has maintained a positive and resilient mindset through mindfulness and gratitude. Her story reminds us that cultivating gratitude can help us navigate life's ups and downs with grace and strength. Another key aspect of Stoic practice is focusing on what you can control. Many of us spend a lot of time and energy worrying about things we cannot change. This can create stress and anxiety. By focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, you can reduce stress and increase your sense of empowerment. To practice this, start by identifying the things that are troubling you. Divide them into 2 categories: things you can control and things you cannot. For the things you can control, make a plan of action. For the things you cannot, practice letting go and accepting them as they are. This shift in focus can bring a profound sense of peace and empowerment. Consider the teachings of Epictetus, who emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control. He taught that our true freedom lies in our ability to control our responses to external events. By following his guidance, you can learn to let go of unnecessary stress and focus on what truly matters. Another practical Stoic practice is to set realistic and meaningful goals. By setting goals that align with your values and strengths, you can create a sense of purpose and direction. Break down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. This approach helps you maintain momentum and stay focused on your long-term objectives. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections and personal hardships before achieving success. Instead of giving up, she used these challenges as motivation to improve her writing and persevere. Her resilience and determination eventually led to one of the most successful literary careers in history. By setting meaningful goals and staying focused on your purpose, you can achieve great things despite obstacles. Building a support network is also essential for incorporating Stoic principles into your daily life. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. Share your challenges with trusted friends or mentors who can offer perspective and support. Building a strong community can provide the emotional strength you need to face difficulties. Consider the example of Nelson Mandela, who maintained a strong support network throughout his life. Despite facing immense challenges, Mandela's resilience was bolstered by the support and encouragement of those around him. His story teaches us the importance of community and connection in building resilience and finding strength. Another effective Stoic practice is to embrace simplicity. The Stoics believed in living simply and focusing on what truly matters. By reducing your material possessions and minimizing distractions, you can create more space for meaningful activities and relationships. This simplicity brings clarity and peace. To simplify your life, start by decluttering your physical space. Let go of items that no longer serve you and keep only what you truly need and value. This practice not only clears your environment, but also helps you let go of emotional attachments. It creates a sense of freedom and lightness. Consider the lifestyle of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who advocated for simplicity and frugality. Despite his wealth and status, Seneca believed that true wealth comes from contentment and inner peace, not from external possessions. His teachings remind us that by focusing on what we need rather than what we want, we can find greater fulfillment and clarity. Another powerful practice is to develop a daily routine that supports your well-being. This includes regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep. Physical health is closely linked to mental and emotional well-being. When you take care of your body, you create a foundation for overall health and vitality. Consider the example of athletes who train rigorously for competitions. They understand that maintaining physical health is essential for peak performance. By adopting similar practices, you can enhance your own well-being and align more closely with your natural state. Finally, remember that incorporating Stoic principles into your daily life is an ongoing journey. It takes time and effort to develop these habits and practices. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every step you take is a step towards greater resilience and fulfillment. By integrating Stoic principles into your daily routines, you can build a life of purpose, strength, and peace. The practices we've explored today offer practical tools to help you cultivate resilience and live in alignment with your values. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the transformative power of Stoicism in your everyday life. As we continue our exploration of Stoicism, let's focus on the concept of the Stoic sage and how striving for wisdom and moral integrity can profoundly impact our lives. The Stoic sage represents an ideal, a person who embodies wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in every aspect of life. While reaching this ideal might seem daunting, the journey towards it can bring immense personal growth and fulfillment. Imagine a life where you consistently make wise decisions, remain calm in the face of adversity, act justly in all your dealings, and maintain self-control regardless of circumstances. This is the life of a Stoic sage. Though achieving perfection is unlikely, aiming to cultivate these virtues can transform your life. Wisdom is the cornerstone of the Stoic sage. It involves not only acquiring knowledge, but also applying it to make sound judgments. Wisdom helps us see things as they truly are, without being swayed by emotions or external pressures. To cultivate wisdom, dedicate time each day to learning and reflection. Read books that challenge your thinking, engage in thoughtful conversations, and reflect on your experiences. Each day, ask yourself, what did I learn today? And how can I apply this knowledge? Consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who wrote Meditations as a personal guide to self-improvement. Despite his immense power, Marcus remained humble and committed to personal growth. His reflections helped him make wise decisions and stay grounded in his principles. By following his example, we can strive to cultivate wisdom in our own lives. Courage is another essential virtue of the Stoic sage. Courage isn't just about facing physical danger, it's also about standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult. Courage means being true to your values, despite fear or opposition. To build courage, start by taking small steps outside your comfort zone. Speak up when you see injustice, take on challenging tasks, and face your fears head-on. Each act of courage strengthens your resolve and builds your inner strength. Consider the story of Rosa Parks, who showed immense courage by refusing to give up her seat on a bus, sparking the civil rights movement. Parks' bravery inspired countless others and led to significant social change. Her example teaches us that acts of courage, no matter how small, can have a profound impact. Justice is the third virtue of the Stoic sage. Justice involves treating others fairly and with respect, and acting with integrity in all your dealings. It's about doing what is right, even when it's hard. To practice justice, strive to be honest and fair in your interactions. Stand up for others when you see them being treated unfairly. By living with integrity, you contribute to a more just and compassionate world. Consider the story of Mahatma Gandhi, who dedicated his life to justice and non-violent resistance. Despite facing immense challenges, Gandhi remained committed to his principles of fairness and equality. His leadership and dedication to justice inspired millions and led to significant social change. By following his example, we can strive to act justly in our own lives. Temperance, the final virtue of the Stoic sage, involves self-control and moderation. Temperance helps us balance our desires and actions, avoiding excess and finding harmony. To cultivate temperance, practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Notice when you are tempted to overindulge or act impulsively and choose a more balanced approach. Set limits for yourself and stick to them. This practice not only enhances your self-discipline, but also brings a sense of peace and balance to your life. Consider the teachings of Epictetus, who emphasized the importance of self-control and moderation. Despite his challenging circumstances as a former slave, Epictetus remained committed to living a virtuous life. His teachings remind us that self-control and moderation are key to finding inner peace and harmony. In addition to these virtues, the Stoic sage also practices gratitude and mindfulness. Gratitude helps us focus on the positives in our lives, fostering a sense of contentment and joy. By starting a daily gratitude practice, we can shift our perspective and appreciate the abundance in our lives. Mindfulness helps us stay present and fully engaged in each moment, enhancing our awareness and clarity. By cultivating mindfulness, we can navigate life's challenges with greater calm and composure. Consider the example of Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen master who has dedicated his life to teaching mindfulness and peace. His teachings emphasize the power of being present and fully engaged in each moment. By following his example, we can cultivate mindfulness and find greater peace and resilience in our daily lives. Building a support network is also essential for striving towards the ideal of the Stoic sage. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. Share your journey with trusted friends or mentors who can offer perspective and support. Building a strong community can provide the emotional strength you need to face difficulties and stay committed to your principles. Consider the example of Nelson Mandela, who maintained a strong support network throughout his life. Despite facing immense challenges, Mandela's resilience was bolstered by the support and encouragement of those around him. His story teaches us the importance of community and connection in building resilience and finding strength. Another powerful practice is to develop a daily routine that supports your well-being and growth. This includes regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep. Physical health is closely linked to mental and emotional well-being. When you take care of your body, you create a foundation for overall health and vitality. Consider the lifestyle of athletes who train rigorously for competitions. They understand that maintaining physical health is essential for peak performance. By adopting similar practices, you can enhance your own well-being and align more closely with your natural state. Finally, remember that striving for the ideal of the Stoic sage is an ongoing journey. It takes time and effort to develop these virtues and practices. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every step you take is a step towards greater wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By striving for the ideal of the Stoic sage, you can transform your life. You can build a foundation of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance that guides your actions and decisions. The principles we've explored today offer practical tools to help you cultivate these virtues and live a life of purpose and integrity. As we continue our exploration of Stoicism, let's turn our attention to the importance of community and relationships. Human beings are inherently social creatures. Our interactions with others profoundly shape our experiences and well-being. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate meaningful relationships and contribute positively to our communities, fostering a sense of connection, support, and shared purpose. Imagine a life filled with supportive, caring relationships that uplift and inspire you. These connections provide a strong foundation for resilience and personal growth. By applying Stoic principles to our relationships, we can build deeper connections and create a positive impact on those around us. One key principle is to treat others with kindness and respect. This aligns with the Stoic virtue of justice, which involves acting fairly and with integrity. When interacting with others, strive to be empathetic and compassionate. Listen actively and seek to understand their perspectives. By showing kindness and respect, you build trust and strengthen your relationships. Consider the example of Nelson Mandela, who, despite facing immense adversity, maintained a deep commitment to reconciliation and understanding. Mandela's ability to empathize and forgive helped him build bridges and foster unity. His approach to relationships teaches us that kindness and respect can transform even the most challenging interactions. Another important principle is to practice gratitude in your relationships. Expressing appreciation for the people in your life fosters a positive atmosphere and reinforces your connections. Take time to thank your friends, family, and colleagues for their support and contributions. This simple act can strengthen your bonds and create a sense of mutual appreciation. Think about the story of Maya Angelou, who valued the importance of gratitude and recognition in her relationships. Despite facing numerous challenges, Angelou maintained a positive outlook and expressed gratitude for the people who supported her. Her example shows us that gratitude can enhance our relationships and bring joy to our lives. Setting healthy boundaries is also crucial for maintaining balanced and fulfilling relationships. Boundaries help protect your well-being and ensure that your interactions are respectful and supportive. Communicate your needs clearly and assertively, and be willing to listen to the needs of others. By setting and respecting boundaries, you create a foundation for healthy, mutually beneficial relationships. Consider the story of Rosa Parks, who set a powerful boundary by refusing to give up her seat on a bus, sparking the civil rights movement. Parks' decision was an act of self-respect and integrity, demonstrating the importance of standing up for one's rights. Her example teaches us that setting boundaries is essential for maintaining dignity and fostering positive change. Another key aspect of Stoic relationships is forgiveness. Holding on to grudges and resentment can create emotional burdens and strain your connections. By practicing forgiveness, you release these negative emotions and create space for healing and growth. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior. It means letting go of the emotional weight and choosing to move forward. Consider the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, who emphasizes the importance of forgiveness and compassion. Despite experiencing the horrors of war, Thich Nhat Hanh found peace through forgiveness and understanding. His teachings remind us that forgiveness can bring inner peace and strengthen our relationships. Building a strong support network is also essential for cultivating resilience and well-being. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. Seek out relationships that inspire growth and positivity. By building a supportive community, you create a safety net that helps you navigate life's challenges. Think about the story of Helen Keller, who, despite her disabilities, achieved remarkable accomplishments with the help of her support network. Keller's teacher, Anne Sullivan, played a crucial role in her development and success. This example teaches us that having a strong support system can empower us to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. Practicing active listening is another powerful tool for building meaningful relationships. Active listening involves fully engaging with the person you are speaking to, paying attention to their words, and responding thoughtfully. This practice helps you understand others better and fosters a sense of connection and empathy. Consider the teachings of Carl Rogers, a psychologist who emphasized the importance of active listening in creating supportive and therapeutic relationships. Rogers' approach to listening with empathy and understanding can be applied to our daily interactions, helping us build deeper and more meaningful connections. Consider the example of Mahatma Gandhi, who dedicated his life to serving others and advocating for social justice. Gandhi's commitment to service inspired millions and created significant positive change. By following his example, we can find meaning and fulfillment in helping others. Another important aspect of Stoic relationships is practicing humility. Humility involves recognizing that we all have strengths and weaknesses, and that we can learn from others. By approaching relationships with humility, we create an atmosphere of mutual respect and openness. This attitude fosters deeper connections and encourages personal growth. Think about the story of Marcus Aurelius, who, despite being a powerful Roman emperor, remained humble and committed to self-improvement. Marcus sought wisdom from others and valued the contributions of those around him. His example teaches us that humility is a key ingredient for meaningful and supportive relationships. Maintaining open and honest communication is also essential for building strong relationships. Being truthful and transparent with others fosters trust and understanding. It also helps prevent misunderstandings and conflicts. Practice clear and direct communication and encourage others to do the same. This openness creates a foundation for healthy and supportive connections. Consider the teachings of Epictetus, who emphasized the importance of honesty and integrity in all interactions. By following his guidance, we can build relationships based on trust and mutual respect. Finally, remember that building meaningful relationships and a supportive community is an ongoing process. It takes time, effort, and commitment. Be patient with yourself and others, and recognize that every positive interaction strengthens your connections. By applying Stoic principles to your relationships, you can create a network of support and connection that enhances your well-being and resilience. The practices we've explored today offer practical tools to help you build deeper and more meaningful connections. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the transformative power of community and relationships. As we journey further into the wisdom of Stoicism, let's explore the lasting legacy of Stoicism and how its timeless teachings continue to inspire and guide people today. Stoicism has profoundly influenced many great thinkers and leaders, offering a framework for living a resilient, purposeful life. Understanding this legacy can provide us with a deeper appreciation of Stoicism and how its principles can be applied to our own lives. Imagine a philosophy that has stood the test of time, helping people navigate life's challenges for over 2 millennia. This is the enduring power of Stoicism. From ancient Rome to the modern world, Stoicism has provided practical wisdom for dealing with adversity, making ethical decisions, and finding inner peace. One of the most significant figures in Stoic philosophy is Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. His work, Meditations, is a collection of personal reflections and insights that continue to resonate with readers today. Marcus wrote Meditations as a guide for his own self-improvement, reminding himself of Stoic principles and how to apply them. His writings emphasize the importance of inner strength, virtue, and the acceptance of fate. Consider the example of Nelson Mandela, who drew inspiration from Marcus Aurelius during his imprisonment. Mandela found solace and strength in the teachings of Stoicism, which helped him endure years of hardship and emerge with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation. This shows us that Stoic principles can provide strength and guidance even in the most challenging circumstances. Another key figure in the legacy of Stoicism is Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from controlling our responses to external events. His teachings have inspired countless individuals to focus on what they can control and let go of what they cannot. Consider the impact of Epictetus on modern psychology. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, a widely used therapeutic approach, incorporates Stoic principles. CBT helps individuals change their thought patterns to improve their emotional well-being, echoing Epictetus's teachings on the power of perception and response. This connection highlights how Stoicism's wisdom continues to shape contemporary practices and improve lives. The influence of Stoicism extends to the realm of politics and leadership. Think about the story of James Stockdale, a U.S. Navy pilot who was shot down during the Vietnam War and spent over 7 years as a prisoner of war. Stockdale credited his survival and resilience to the teachings of Epictetus. By focusing on what he could control, his own thoughts and actions, Stockdale maintained his dignity and morale despite the brutal conditions. His experience demonstrates the practical power of Stoic principles in the face of extreme adversity. Stoicism also finds relevance in the world of sports. Athletes like Tom Brady and Michael Jordan have spoken about the influence of Stoic principles on their careers. The focus on discipline, resilience, and mental toughness aligns with the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By applying these principles, athletes can enhance their performance and maintain composure under pressure. Consider the story of Michael Jordan, who faced numerous challenges and setbacks throughout his career. Despite being cut from his high school basketball team, Jordan's determination and resilience led him to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. His story reminds us that embracing Stoic principles can help us overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. The teachings of Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, continue to inspire people in various fields. Seneca's writings on the shortness of life and the importance of living with purpose resonate with those seeking to make the most of their time. His emphasis on inner peace, self-control, and rationality offers a guide for navigating the complexities of modern life. Seneca's influence can be seen in the world of business and entrepreneurship. Leaders like Tim Ferriss, an entrepreneur and author, have credited Stoicism with helping them manage stress and make better decisions. Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, includes Stoic exercises and reflections that have inspired many to adopt a Stoic mindset in their personal and professional lives. Consider the impact of Ryan Holiday, a modern author who has brought Stoic philosophy to a new generation through his books, such as The Daily Stoic and The Obstacle is the Way. Holiday's work has popularized Stoic principles and shown how they can be applied to overcome challenges, achieve success, and live a fulfilling life. His efforts demonstrate the ongoing relevance of Stoicism and its ability to inspire and guide people in the contemporary world. The legacy of Stoicism also extends to personal development and self-help. Many self-help books and programs incorporate Stoic principles, emphasizing the importance of mindset, resilience, and ethical living. By adopting these principles, individuals can cultivate inner strength and find meaning and purpose in their lives. Consider the teachings of modern motivational speakers like Tony Robbins, who emphasize the power of mindset and personal responsibility, core tenets of Stoicism. Robbins's approach to personal development echoes the Stoic belief in focusing on what we can control and taking proactive steps to improve our lives. This alignment highlights the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and its ability to inspire positive change. Stoicism's influence can also be seen in the arts and literature. Writers like J.K. Rowling and Maya Angelou have spoken about the impact of Stoic principles on their work and personal lives. Their stories remind us that Stoicism's emphasis on resilience, purpose, and ethical living can inspire creativity and provide a foundation for overcoming challenges. Consider the example of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before achieving success with the Harry Potter series. Her perseverance and determination reflect Stoic principles of resilience and focus on what she could control, her writing and creativity. Rowling's story demonstrates how Stoic teachings can inspire us to pursue our passions and overcome obstacles. As we reflect on the lasting legacy of Stoicism, it becomes clear that its principles offer timeless wisdom for navigating life's challenges. By embracing the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we can build a foundation for a resilient and purposeful life. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, and other Stoic philosophers continue to inspire and guide people across various fields, reminding us of the enduring power of Stoic principles. By incorporating Stoic teachings into our daily lives, we can find strength, peace, and purpose. The practices we've explored today offer practical tools to help you navigate challenges, make ethical decisions, and cultivate inner resilience. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the transformative power of Stoicism in your everyday life. As we approach the final chapter of our exploration into Stoicism, let's bring together the principles we've learned and focus on how to become unbreakable. By integrating Stoic wisdom into our lives, we can cultivate an inner strength that allows us to face any challenge with resilience and grace. This chapter will guide you on how to apply Stoic teachings to become unbreakable in the face of life's trials. Imagine waking up every day feeling strong, confident, and prepared to handle whatever comes your way. This strength comes from within, rooted in the principles of Stoicism. By embracing these teachings, you can build an unbreakable spirit. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is focusing on what you can control. This simple yet profound shift in perspective can dramatically change how you approach life's challenges. Instead of wasting energy on things beyond your control, direct your efforts towards your own actions and attitudes. This focus not only reduces stress, but also empowers you to make meaningful changes in your life. Consider the story of James Stockdale, who endured years of imprisonment and torture as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. By focusing on what he could control, his own thoughts and actions, Stockdale maintained his dignity and resilience. His story reminds us that our true strength lies in our ability to control our responses to external events. Another key aspect of becoming unbreakable is cultivating resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. One way to build resilience is through the practice of negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios and mentally preparing for them. By confronting your fears, you reduce their power over you and build the confidence to handle whatever comes your way. Consider the teachings of Epictetus, who emphasized the importance of preparing for adversity. By accepting that challenges are a natural part of life, we can approach them with greater equanimity and strength. This mindset helps us face difficulties without being overwhelmed. Embracing the concept of amor fati, loving one's fate, also contributes to becoming unbreakable. This principle encourages us to accept and even embrace everything that happens to us, seeing each event as a necessary part of our journey. By loving our fate, we find meaning and purpose in every experience, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Think about the story of Viktor Frankl, who found meaning in his suffering during the Holocaust. Frankl's ability to embrace his fate and find purpose in his experiences helped him survive and thrive. His story teaches us that by accepting and loving our fate, we can transform even the most difficult circumstances into sources of strength. Practicing mindfulness is another powerful tool for building inner strength. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice helps you stay grounded and calm, even in the midst of chaos. By cultivating mindfulness, you can respond to challenges with greater clarity and composure. Consider the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, who has dedicated his life to teaching mindfulness and peace. His practices emphasize the importance of being present and fully engaged in each moment. By following his example, you can develop the inner calm needed to navigate life's challenges. Another important aspect of becoming unbreakable is setting meaningful goals. By aligning your goals with your values and strengths, you create a sense of purpose and direction. Break down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. This approach helps you stay motivated and focused, even in the face of setbacks. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before achieving success with the Harry Potter series. Her perseverance and determination reflect the power of setting meaningful goals and staying committed to them. Rowling's story reminds us that by pursuing our passions with resilience and focus, we can achieve great things. Building a strong support network is also essential for becoming unbreakable. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. Share your journey with trusted friends or mentors who can offer perspective and support. Building a supportive community provides the emotional strength you need to face difficulties. Think about the example of Helen Keller, who, despite her disabilities, achieved remarkable accomplishments with the help of her support network. Keller's teacher, Anne Sullivan, played a crucial role in her development and success. This example teaches us that having a strong support system can empower us to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. Another powerful practice is to maintain a daily routine that supports your well-being. This includes regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep. Physical health is closely linked to mental and emotional well-being. When you take care of your body, you create a foundation for overall health and vitality. Consider the lifestyle of athletes who train rigorously for competitions. They understand that maintaining physical health is essential for peak performance. By adopting similar practices, you can enhance your own well-being and align more closely with your natural state. Gratitude is another key element in becoming unbreakable. By focusing on what you are grateful for, you shift your perspective and create a sense of contentment and joy. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you are thankful for each day. This simple habit can help you maintain a positive outlook and reduce the impact of negative emotions. Consider the example of Oprah Winfrey, who attributes much of her success and happiness to her daily gratitude practice. Despite facing numerous challenges in her life, Oprah has maintained a positive and resilient mindset through mindfulness and gratitude. Her story reminds us that cultivating gratitude can help us navigate life's ups and downs with grace and strength. Another important aspect of becoming unbreakable is practicing self-compassion. Often, we judge ourselves harshly for our perceived failures or shortcomings. By practicing self-compassion, we can accept ourselves as we are and find peace within. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a close friend. This practice can help you build a healthier relationship with yourself and reduce unnecessary stress. Consider the teachings of Maya Angelou, who faced numerous challenges throughout her life, including trauma and discrimination. Despite these difficulties, Angelou maintained a positive outlook and found strength through self-compassion and self-reflection. Her resilience and wisdom continue to inspire millions. By practicing self-compassion, we can cultivate a similar sense of strength and acceptance in our own lives. Finally, remember that becoming unbreakable is an ongoing journey. It takes time and effort to develop these qualities and practices. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every step you take is a step towards greater resilience and fulfillment. By integrating Stoic principles into your life, you can build an unbreakable spirit. The practices we've explored today offer practical tools to help you cultivate inner strength and navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Embrace these teachings, and you'll discover the transformative power of Stoicism in your everyday life. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey through Stoicism. We hope these teachings have inspired you to cultivate inner strength, resilience, and purpose in your life. Remember, the power to navigate life's challenges with grace and calm is within you. Embrace these principles and discover the unbreakable spirit that lies within. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Please leave a comment below and share how you plan to incorporate Stoic principles into your daily life. Your stories and insights can inspire others on their journey too. If you enjoyed this video and want to continue exploring life-changing wisdom, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's build a community of resilience, purpose, and unbreakable strength.